Right, good morning. Here we are at the gates of Bradgate Park, ready for this pancreatic cancer walk. And this is Al with you from Al's Electronic Shepshed Experience. Right, good morning. A bit of housekeeping before we carry on. And it's Wednesday, and we're on the first walk of the Wednesday walks. We're on Bradgate Park, and it's quite a nice morning, and we're going to be walking for pancreatic cancer. Welcome to all on Shepshed History, People and Places. You'll be looking at this on there, and a big fat thank you to all who's donated, and I'll give a shout out. I'm not going to do it again because there are people donating all the way through, so and anyone else who has contributed, so I will give you all a shout out a bit later on. I'm going to catch up with Mike and with Glennis. We'll be walking with Glennis probably the weekend. I'm going to sort that out. And anyway, you can get on to the page. We've had a problem with that because it's been very difficult for people to donate, but now you've got all of November to do it, and so that's okay. So as I say, this is Al's Electronic Shepshed Experience. What we'll be doing is we're looking at some of the things on Bradgate Park, so I'm going to whip the camera around, and I'll be talking as I go. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, this next year coming up, I'm going to do a bit of a feature on Bradgate Park, and I'll give you some bits and bobs of information. It's a fabulous place. Unfortunately, like most things, the legacy for it that was left for the people of Leicestershire has now diminished, and unfortunately you have to pay to park your vehicle. But the park is well kept, and I think it's always been a deer park, not deer in what you have to pay, but there are passes you can buy, yearly passes, so that's worth having. But it's been a public park in Charnwood Forest for quite some time, and we started off from Newtown Linford, which is where you park your cars. You can go to Cropston where we're walking, and well, let's have a look. Right, it's the River Lynn that runs through the park and into Cropston Reservoir, so we'll be looking at that as we go through. I didn't mention at the top that all these walks are for pancreatic cancer, and dedicated to Leslie Ball. So I'll catch up with the gang, and then I'll speak to you later. Yeah, go up, Mike. It's good.
We're there on a Monday to get ready for Tuesday. We used to make the parcels, add them up. We've got a machine that we work on, a 4-week cycle that we would give, 1 week we get booked after, another week, because you can't afford to buy everything every week. So we used to make them up, and for a family, when you were making, what we aim to do is stitch up.
don't know if you can see in the distance there, we've got some deer. I've not got my other camera or other pod. I've not got my other selfie with me, so I can't fire in the deer in that park. Right, the deers in this park are red and farrow deers, and it's been a park for quite a while now. It has extended. That's the way up to right, welcome along. You are with Al, and I'm doing my pancreatic cancer walk on a Wednesday with Mike Thomas and this week's special guest, Glynis Wilcox. I'll be on Glynis's walk probably at the weekend. I'm going to sort it out with her, as I said. Welcome along if you're watching this on another media platform, and thanks for doing that. If you want to donate, you can go to Al's Electronic Shepshed Experience, and there I will put on the donate page. You just click the blue screen and you donate whatever you want. When you go onto the page, you'll find it's got a £15. Don't donate that unless you want to. You can get rid of that and put £5 in or whatever you want to do, and thank you in advance. So that's coming up. As I say, you're watching it now at the weekend. We're doing a podcast at the weekends. Next week we are at Ticknall, and we'll be walking there, so that will be another one. We're coming up now to the tea rooms, and we'll have a look at that. This is a new building that's been put on the park, and you can pop in, but I think we'll go and have a cup of tea at Bradgate at the end of the walk. So we're about a mile in, mile in the park, and we're tune winding away off screen, but absolutely there's look at it, Blue John. There you go, the distance there. So they were called the Deer Bar. Deer as in D-E-E-R. So as I say, we're about a mile in, so it's a beautiful day. It's autumnal, it's quite fresh, a nice breeze, and we are in a lovely spot. This is a fantastic place. I've had one or two conversations with the fact that there was a legacy left for the people of Leicestershire. Now, when it was left, it was quite a lot of money. Unfortunately, with inflation, the money has run out, and so that's why you have to pay for parking and all that type of thing. But you can have yearly passes, and if you're a pensioner, you get it a little bit cheaper. Go onto the Bradgate page on Facebook, and you will be shown all the bits and bobs. As I say, next year I'm going to be up here. I want to do a feature for people who are not aware of what's up here. As I say, that's Cropston Res, and the River Lynn runs into it, and we're going to find out some wonderful facts about this great place, which is on our doorstep. So please go onto the page, and you'll find a lot of information on the media platforms. Looks like Cropston Reservoir is a little bit lower than it should be. I was going to do one of the walks around there. That might be a spare one if we've got time, but we'll have to see how we go. Right, we went one of the residents there, a deer, and yeah, it's fantastic. It really is a wonderful place. if you've never been, please get down here. Just, you can make a day here. You've got children, you can bring a picnic. There's plenty of eateries. There's that one that we just passed, the deer barn, and also there is lots of coffee shops, the new town Linford End. So you know, it's really worth the day out, and you'll end up paying for your car and having a good day out. Right, so we're well now into the morning. Mike and Glynis are chatting away there. Don't want to be on the own camera, so that's fine. That's fine. Anybody who wants to join us, I understand that. But I'm trying to get some of the views as we walk onto the park. And it's a great place if you've got a dog. Get a dog and come down. Get anybody's dog. But it's fantastic. Right, here we are at the Cropston Lane road end. We've done 2 and a bit miles. The legs are still with me, and we're walking down to the car park, and we are still firing on all cylinders, he says. I'll be ready for a cup of tea though, that is for sure, and hopefully we'll have a minute see what's happening. Morning. And if you're worried about toilets, there's toilets at both ends of the park. You've got that drop off the deer cafe. So I'm just looking, so you can't see much with this camera, but you know, we'll see when I edit it all together where we are. So we're coming towards the leg 1 of our first Wednesday walk. Again, you're with Al's Electronic Shepherd Experience, and I'm Al. I'm walking with Glynis Wilcox, who is also doing this walk for pancreatic cancer. I'll join her on her walks, and Mr. Mike Thomas, who's a very good friend of mine. Both don't want to be on the camera, but who cares, you know. So here we go, and we'll be turning around soon and going back. Right, here we are now back at Newtown Linford End. We're doing the walk back now from Cropston, and having a chin wag as we go. So it's been a great morning. It's been we're just coming up now to the compound. As I said earlier, the way the park is run is so different now to how it used to be, and that's why the funding of it has changed. So this is a compound where the different trades come, and when you're walking on the park, you've got to be careful that you don't get run over, so keep your eyes behind you. So that's the compound where all the work goes on. I suppose there's joiners and plumbers and bits and bobs like that are employed by the park now. Here we are now, coming towards the end of the walk, and it's been a great walk, about 400 bit miles. I'll tell you all about it on the missive during the weeks coming. We had a great time, great conversation, loved every minute of it. We're going to get a coffee now from Bradgate coffee shop, which is one of our favourites, and looking forward to next week, which we'll be walking around Ticknell with Mike and myself, and we'll be chin-wagging away, and I'll be doing some video footage. So I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching, and this is Al from Al's Electronic Shepherd Experience saying goodbye, and thanks for being there, and thanks for donating. Okay, bye for now. See ya.